Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Unleashed Alchemy, where on this show, on this channel, we embrace our I am power while we're embracing our spiritual elevation to go against the established grain so that we can live a soul fulfilled life that's full of daily enchantments and magic. All right. So I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. I see you guys coming in. It's exciting because I know that there are so many of us spiritualists and alchemists. And I should say, let me say it like this. There are so many of us spiritualists who are embracing that. We're all spiritualists, okay? We are all spiritual beings, whether even for the people who are not conscious or who don't even care, all right? They're spiritual beings as well because we are spirit first. We're souls that came into this body to have a human experience. So it is so exciting to be connected with you, with other spiritually elevated people who are surrendering to that, who are walking in their spiritual gifts, who are walking in their calling, who are walking in their power to not only change their lives, but to change the world. All right. So we're here with another episode. Now, this episode, we're going to talk about and I wasn't sure actually what to call this video, but as I start talking, it's going to sound like I'm talking about the spiritual gift of reading energy on other people, okay? Having the gift of discernment, okay? Having the gift of discernment and what that means and how that can unfold. So, how do I want to start this? Here's what I want to say first. Let me start with an example first, okay? Because I have notes here, and like I said, wasn't sure how to go about this, but let's just start here. All right, let's make it easy. When you are experiencing spiritual elevation, when you have surrendered to it, you're going to start to notice things, traits, behaviors in people that perhaps you noticed before, but because of your relationship with these people, you didn't want to admit that what you were seeing was taking place. Okay? And maybe at first you noticed behaviors that were unsettling, that brought up feelings of anger and resentment towards this individual or individuals that you actually love. All right? So it was hard to admit the anger and the resentment that you were feeling toward that person, so you shoved it away. Well, we know during spiritual elevation, we know that when we place spirituality at the backbone of our lives, when that becomes our foundation, we know there is no such thing as pushing any feelings or any emotions away. Okay? All of a sudden, we become the observer of these emotions and these feelings. Okay? So, you may also have found that perhaps in the past, it could be with the same person, same groups of people, or different people in your life. And when I'm talking about people, I'm talking about people that we're close to, okay? Perhaps you noticed that people in your life were projecting things onto you. And again, because of your relationship with these people, you told yourself, well, no, that they couldn't possibly be doing that to me because we care about each other. We love each other. That's impossible. How could I possibly think like that? I need to change my thinking. I need to not view them in a certain way. That's not what's happening. So you pushed away what you were really seeing. Well, again, spirituality, there's no such thing as pushing anything away. We observe, we recognize, we acknowledge, we alchemize. So, I talked about an anger or resentment that you had toward another person. So, spirituality will influence you to admit the anger toward that person, and to admit, perhaps, and these are just examples, and to admit the projection, a person projecting their feelings onto you, or projecting their hurts and pain onto you, that you can admit that, oh yeah, this person is projecting their own insecurity onto me. Recognizing that in another person. And again, sometimes we don't want to admit that we are seeing that aspect in a person that we love. We could also be recognizing manipulation, control, gaslighting. And because in the past we have dismissed what we were seeing because, oh no, that person couldn't possibly be doing that because of who they are. Because I love them, they love me, they couldn't possibly be doing that. Causing you to distrust what you are feeling, to distrust your emotions and your intuition, until you have a spiritual awakening. And then all of a sudden those things come back to the surface, where now you can't run away from them. You have to simply say, oh yeah, that person is projecting. Oh yeah, that person is manipulating. Oh yeah, that person is controlling. Person is trying to gaslight me. All of this observation is not even about the other person. It's about you. But before I get to that, let me give you an example. So, perhaps, and all of these can come back up to the surface in the midst of a spiritual elevation, okay? Perhaps you had an argument with someone close to you. It could be a parent, it could be a sibling, it could be friend, anyone close to you, someone that you love, someone in your life, all right? They said some hurtful things, quite frankly, reckless words that you may not be able to come back from. Your relationship may not be the same. All right? And that person appeared to be dismissive, or attempts to make jokes about the words that they said later on, after some time, after the time that the argument has passed. But for you, the important thing for you is you're not looking for any apology. But when feelings of hurt come up from the words of that person, because now you realize, now that you are conscious and aware of your spiritual essence, now that you are aware that you are an energetic being, when feelings of hurt and anger come up for that person, you're not ignoring it. You're not dismissing what you have seen. You're not dismissing what you've witnessed. You are now paying attention to your body. You are now honoring how you feel, and you're saying out loud those words that person used. I feel that they were reckless. I feel that they were hurtful. You may even want to say, I don't even want to speak to that person right now. You may even have said in your mind, I don't even want to talk to that person ever again. Instead of saying in your mind, how about you honor yourself, say it out loud. And you may be saying, well, I thought you said there's power in your words. There is power in your words. There's power in being honest. You can say, at this point, I think I just want to love that person from a distance. It doesn't make that person bad. It doesn't make you bad. It doesn't make that person good. It doesn't make you good. This is about you. And it may feel uncomfortable to do that because, again, going back from what your ego used to do, what that old operating system that says is, how can I say that about a person that I love? Again, it's not about the other person. This is about you. It's wrong to say that about a person that you love. It's wrong to say that you don't want to talk to a person that you love. Again, nothing to do with the other person. You're honoring how you feel, including you're honoring your tears, has more to do with you and honoring your feelings, honoring your body. Because when you're saying you're not, because, okay, let's go back to the example that I used. If you say, I don't care if I don't talk to that person again, I wish them well and can love them from a distance. You're not speaking against that person. You're not speaking against yourself. You're honoring what's coming up. You're honoring what's there. Okay? So, when you understand that you are an energetic being, your purpose is to ensure that your body and your vessel stays energetically clear so that you can receive downloads, messages, and stay connected to your intuition. And that connection has to be cleared of static from feelings and emotions that go unnoticed due to a programmed belief of how you think that you are supposed to view and see another person. Okay? So for you to say, the individual says some reckless things, I think at this point I want to love them from a distance. Well, now when you say that out loud, you're thinking, okay, well, is that what I really want to do, or do I just need some space right now? If you say, well, I'm not even sure if I want to talk to them again, well, is that for the moment, or is it just for the next 2 weeks? You see how you start to think, but you're getting that energy, space to be alchemized. Whereas if you ignore those thoughts, if you ignore and you say, well, no, I couldn't possibly say I don't want to talk to that person. Well, now what you're doing is that you're just packing that energy on top of energy on top of energy, where you have resentment, which is the perfect setup for an eruption that can be disruptive. Okay? So, let me go back. Let me find my space, or where I was. Okay, so you want to stay connected. All right? You want to be clear of any static and clear of any program belief of how you're supposed to view and see another person. So when spirituality becomes the backbone, you have to admit when you are noticing manipulation occurring, when you notice gaslighting occurring, when you notice some control occurring, whether that person is acting that way, acting out in that way intentionally or not. That's up to you. It doesn't matter, because what you are operating in is a gift. To be able to read energy is to be able to discern and then observe. Because in that way, you can make informed decisions. When you recognize that, you can make informed decisions about how to proceed in a particular relationship when and if a person has said some reckless things, has said some hurtful things, that you notice that there's some manipulation occurring, gaslighting occurring, a person not respecting your boundaries. You can make informed decisions because now you don't have that static in your connection to your soul, in your connection to your spirit to receive guidance. So our spirituality is designed to integrate that inner growth and that inner wisdom into our daily lives, i.e., in this case, in our relationships. It's not about how we think we should view ourselves. It's not how we think we should even view a person based on the nature of a relationship. Our intuition shows us, okay, this is happening right now. Pay attention to it. Observe how you are responding to it in your body first. When you approach it that way, you won't doubt what you're noticing. You won't doubt your spirit. You won't ignore what your soul needs in that moment. You will honor yourself. Hence, you are honoring your integration. Okay? So I wanted to drop that message on you. I know that I skipped around a minute, but I know that made sense, okay? I know that I was able to bring that together for you. Share with me what your takeaways are from this video. If you've had an example like the one I shared that you would like to share, and share with me your insights and your takeaways, let me know, okay, in the comments. Don't forget, you can schedule a one-on-one session with me. Don't forget about Unleashed Alchemy Mystery School, all right, that is available. Also, and I forgot to mention this, I just released it's a one-page PDF. It is an energy clearing incantation, okay, that you can use in your meditation, that you can use in ritual, that you can use however you want to do it. All right. So you can, if you sign up, you'll receive that PDF document. You'll also be put on the Unleashed Alchemy, I don't want, I guess, newsletter. What, that sounds so boring. I'm trying to think of another name for that. But anyway, the email list where I send out, insights to you about one time a month. And yeah, so sign up. You'll get that PDF as soon as you download it, or as soon as you sign up. The PDF, the energy clearing ritual will be sent to your email. You can download it, print it off, handle it however you want. But that is available. That link to sign up to receive that PDF will be in the description box as well. All right. Until next time. Cheers.